Hey Leo, how is it going for you today? This is Dina with Impressive Warrior, and this is one of the rare zodiac specific readings for you, Leo. So I don't normally feel called to do them. I wanted to get a little bit out to see how it's going, what we have to look forward to at this equinox portal. And yeah, check out some of the other content, some of the daily dharmas. We're taking the pulse on the collective vibes and how best to navigate that in spiritual ways. So today, let's get you an oracle card and see what it is that you are dealing with today. So, Leo energy, what is it? We have facing your fears. Look for ways to strengthen your connection to the universe and to others. Stay peaceful and calm in the knowing of who you are. So there's something shaking you to the core of your beingness related to the roles that you play or your identity. Help appears in various ways. There's much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift that you forget to look to these support systems that are with you continually. And below that, it's splitting to persistent drive. See what it is that you desire and move towards that goal. It's time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. Beautiful. So yeah, you're making a breakthrough because you're facing your fears, and so because you're pressing through in this way, the universe is rewarding you sort of with this helpful energy coming in to assist you in your process. And so if you stay the course and stay driven to exact this change for yourself, um, universal forces are coming to your aid. And so it's like the right intuition, the right detour on your commute can save you a little bit of time here because you're letting go of control in your energy. So let's see, what does the Tao have for you, or the Art of War, to help you and give you some advice as you push through and redefine possibly who it is that you feel you are, or the roles you've been playing. So some of you may be retiring or dealing with empty nest or something like that. The clever combatant looks to the effect of combined energy and does not require too much from individuals, hence his ability to pick out the right men and utilize combined energy. So it may be like some kind of task force or group that you're putting together for an objective here. But it also can be the way that you're, like, it could even be like a workshop or an event, or working together with friends to do something to plan, or even within your family dynamic. Um, like if you have roommate situation, let's say, you don't make demands on the person because then they'll do less, right? And so not demanding from the individual, look towards the skill sets of the individuals. And so when you look at this combined energy, maybe it's not important everybody does the dishes every day, but maybe somebody doesn't mind the dishes but hates the something else. And so one person can do all the dishes and one person can like do all the cooking, for instance. And then both people are contributing, and they're doing things that for one person you're doing the thing that you're good at or that you don't mind. And so it's not as much of a toil, where if everybody has to split everything equally, it ends up being inequitable because we're not playing towards our strengths. And so there's something very elevated about this shift going through, and the way that we are able to get assistance and support for our ideals. Let's say, like, you want the house cleaned. For instance, this one works for me. Then there's like maybe some leverage with my daughter and saying, well, if you want that friend to come over, you better clean your room and your bathroom and this little spot here. And so combined energy is teamwork, whatever situation we're dealing with. It's easier to lift a heavy object with others than by ourselves. You can apply this to your decision making too, seeking advice from those who are more knowledgeable than you in specific areas, which will help then make you to make better small choices. The more you know, the more options that you have. And so there's also this idea of facing the fear of letting somebody take something over. Many of us have a lot of resistance to delegating or releasing our control and letting somebody else help us. And I've known different people before where I've moved in to try to help them, and then all of a sudden they're threatened by my help, and so then I have to do hands off, and then they're like, well, I thought you were going to help me. Well, you didn't let me help you. You kept pushing me out and telling me it wasn't good enough, so I let you do it your damn self, right? So let's not be that person that gets caught up in that dynamic, feeling like we've been abandoned because we pushed everybody off the drawbridge, right? The plank. I'm seeing the pirates walk the plank. You didn't follow the rules. Get out of here. And then all of a sudden you're on a ship with a bunch of fools that didn't care. 58. If a country is governed with tolerance, the people are comfortable and honest. If a country is governed with repression, the people are depressed and crafty. They'll just work around your invisible rules. When the will to power is in charge, the higher the ideals, the lower the results. Exactly. Try to make people happy and you lay the groundwork for misery. Try to make people moral and you lay the groundwork for vice. Yeah, shame tactics never work. Thus, the master is content to serve as an example and not to impose her will. She is pointed but doesn't pierce, straightforward but subtle. Straightforward but supple, radiant but easy on the eyes. So we illuminate the direction. The house needs to be cleaned. We like to live in a clean house. We want to do fun things this weekend. You want to have people over. You don't want your child crawling on the nasty floor, then vacuum the floor, right? And so it's not about putting up ultimatums and demanding and saying, well, you better do this and we got to do this and you this. It's like that's power and control dynamics. And then the loftier that we try to make our expectations, the more disappointed we're going to be and the more miserable everybody's going to be. So yeah, it just lets people get crafty and work around the edges, and it doesn't help what you're trying to lay down. Oh, that's interesting. The next one, that word supple appears right off the rip here. So 76, men are born soft and supple. Dead, they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant. Dead, they are brittle and dry. Thus, whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and the stiff will be broken. The soft and the supple will prevail. That's beautiful. So remain flexible. Look to your teammates as strategic partnerships and ones who are working towards the same objectives, and see what everybody's helpful tactics are, what they like, what they want, and work with synergy here. And that's the way that help can come in unexpected ways, because then you will find that 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, it equals 10, because it's exponential. So just stay persistent in your drive to unlock this next level. Nobody is perfect at releasing control right off the bat. But sometimes that's the biggest lesson, is to just trust the universe, to trust other people in our situations, to do whatever they need to do. So it may be time for you to just take a step back and relax. What do you want to do with your time instead of what do you feel burdened by? Let people take on some burdens and help you in that way. So Leo, I hope that helped you. Let me know in the comments. Do engage with the channel if you're called to help us to grow the channel and get the messages out. And check out the other collective readings. So take good care of you, and until next time.